In our last session, we learned about the Jerusalem Council and how Peter said that the good news of Jesus was for non-Jewish people too. This was an important moment that let Jesus' message cross cultural lines. Today, I want to talk about what we call missional DNA. This means the special purpose and energy that God has given the church to share the good news everywhere. A church with strong missional DNA always remembers its main goal: to share Jesus' love with the world, not just to take care of its own members. We see this clearly in Peter's actions at the Jerusalem Council. He faced a big disagreement between Jewish believers and non-Jewish believers. Many leaders might have chosen to protect their own traditions and members. But Peter chose to follow God's mission. He saw that God had shown his plan by giving the Holy Spirit to non-Jewish people. This mix of the Bible's promises and the work of the Holy Spirit helped Peter share the good news with everyone. Because of Peter's decision, the church in Jerusalem received two big blessings. First, they removed barriers that made it hard for new believers to join. Second, this choice refreshed their spirit, even when they were tired. From hard times and the challenges of a growing group, remembering their mission to share the good news reminded them why the church was made. This brings us to a challenge for our churches today. Many pastors and church leaders tend to focus on protecting their own members and traditions. But Peter's example shows us something important. We share Peter's story here because it is a perfect example of missional DNA in action. Instead of only looking after our own church, we can find new ways to reach out, by joining with other churches, trying new ideas, or reaching out to people we have not met before. Let us ask, where is God leading us next, and how can we follow Peter's example? In the end, missional DNA is about never forgetting why the church exists, to show God's love to the world. May we, like the early church, trust the Holy Spirit and step into every place where God calls us. Thank you for listening, and I pray that this message helps us all keep our eyes on God's mission.